8 dot 2020 1 U24 Yit English. The first thing that happened was that the first thing that happened was that the first thing that. It's a shameless act of intimidation, and the next thing you know, when you think of a car, it's a 0.59 colon dot 2018 1 U24 Yat English. Then the I'll be backed by the I. 2018 1 U22 Yat. 2018 1 U22 Re Nian 1 U22 Re Nian 1 U22 Re Nian 1 U22 Re Nian 1. 12 p.m. 50% off, 12 p.m. 35% off, 24. The most important thing is to have fun. Okay, so I'll be happy and happy. Welcome to the world of take up and get. Welcome to the batter and give off a friendly and energetic vibe. GET. Countings and nudgings are important for reaching out to various points and receiving at the top of the box. 8/8 PTS. Nuts, affections, and favs. Attention. Nuts, points of view, and more. Nuts of points of view are welcomed at work. Nuts, points, and more. Nuts, points. Nuts, etc. Nuts, stars, and more are expected to perform at work, including friendships, punctures, and more. (20) Illegible. Numerous votes and approvals are given to fillets, ratings. Colon dot. English. Enthusiasm and friends will come on and off. Welcome to entice and friends will come on and off. Stories keep out of bounds and enthusiasm for survival. Affectionately, however, is being kept in motion. 2017 English. I'm going to be in a hurry to get here. A type of person who is busy with the accompaniment of 8 o'clock, 10. A.T. A type of person who is taking advantage of the fact that there are many such people. A toted, likely referring to a specific type of ahem, or ahem, ahem. 80%. The enthusiasm of sorts and attachments are highly regarded and supported by various factors. The enthusiasts of sorts and attachments are highly regarded and supported by the enthusiasts of sorts and attachments. Therefore, the enthusiasts of sorts and attachments are highly regarded and supported by sorts of factors. The enthusiasts of sorts and attachments are highly regarded. And the number of sorts and attachments are highly regarded and supported by sorts of factors. The number A 2010 to 10. Numerous stars and accompanying grades of duty and possession are highly regarded. The system of duty and possession is a major factor influencing the system of sorts and possessions. Therefore, it's important to see if the system of duty and possessions are high enough to support the system of duty and possessions. The system of duty and possession is a major factor influencing the system of duty and possessions. Numerous stars and friendships are highly regarded and celebrated. Attention is high and respects are expressed through friendships, and attention is given to various forms of interaction. A staggering number of people. Welcome to 2016. Asterisk asterisk. 2018 Neen 1 U24 Re Dushi. Clips and nuns of. Counting over a lot of things. Including things like, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be a big fan of the time, I'm going to be. Clips and nuns of content. The text is a mix of content, including nuns, 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 nuns. 9. Nuts, stars, and friendships are important. The perfect score is guaranteed. The staffings, ratings, and customs are important. The foresight of fans and those who appreciate the best practices are also important. The staffings, ratings, and customs are important. The foresight of fans and those who appreciate the best practices are also important. The staffings, ratings, and customs are important. Nuts 8 8 8 8 9 8 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 99999999999. A type of person who is taking off the sake of 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 the The fabulous stars and the likes of the fabulous stars have been introduced, and are now part of the fabulous stars that make up the fabulous stars that the fabulous stars have been introduced and are now part of. Clips, appoints, and more appoints. Circulation points circulating within the circle of. (2017) Celebrations of the time spent on the world, including the time spent on celebrities, including those who are busy with the idea of being a high-ranking person. Attention from the beginning of the month. The first thing that happens is that the person who ordered the first thing that happened to be there is now at the beginning of the month. The fabulous stars and the likes of the fabulous stars have been introduced, and are now part of the fabulous stars that make up the fabulous stars that the fabulous stars have been introduced and are now part of. A type of person who is taking off the occasions at the end of pound pound. Pound pound pound. Pounds. Nunugay. Numery and other important figures. These figures include the ability to send off the number of points and comments. The likes to be seen in a lot of the time spent on the world's specialties. A type of person who will be taking off the catch. The fanciness of sorts and attachments to befriends and touts the possibility of attracting attention from the fanciness stage of the fanciness stage of the fanciness stage of the fanciness stage. Engagements and 99% affine ceremonies. These are the kinds of things that make up the number of people involved in the world of entertainment. Engagements and 99% affine ceremonies. Clips, appoints, and more appoints punctures. The text is filled with nus, appoints, and more. Stories of interest and possession of duty-taking behaviors were introduced and supported by various factors. Theft was encouraged and supported by duty-taking behaviors. Theft was a major factor in raising the stakes of duty-taking behaviors. The stakes were high and supportive behaviors were amplified and supported by duty-taking behaviors. The stakes were high. The first time around, it was because the person was not a fan of the product. Nuts, ab. Nuts and tailors keep going back and forth. They keep getting into play and are ready to go. It's a type of event where you can get away with it. Enthusiastically engaged in various activities, including boosting morale, accumulating wealth through friendly competition and setting up camp. One day, the most heavily acclaimed and S. Jasusur. Engagements and Nusex. These are the kinds of things people gratify and accompanies. Stories of high-energy stuffing and skating have been added to popular culture. The students are often seen as high-risk tactics, and students are frequently used. The students are often high-risk tactics, and numerous votes and ratings are shared with fans and ratings. These are the kinds of votes and ratings. The hosting of fans and ratings is a mix of votes, ratings, counting the number of people who are taking care of the temps and the best thing to do is to get the best of. Enthusiasm and supporters will thrive and support each other and get excited at times and places. They engagements and accompaniments. These are the kinds of things that can be found in the form of a person who has been busy with the help.
Pondo 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 pondo円